Alright. Hey, what's up everybody? I know that the camera's at a bit of a weird angle. I'm trying to fix it. What's up everybody? Just gonna talk about something. The completion of a circle, a pickup, and a long story, a rant. And a showcase video, all in one. It's gonna be a long video. As long as it will let me go. We're gonna see if I gotta redo this or not. So I alluded to in my last video, not the live, but the last real video that I made, that I had acquired something new relating to technology, and obviously you know it's a new computer, if you've watched my channel for any period of time. And it might also be obvious what it is. It's not going to be in the title of the video, but what I got myself this time is a 27-inch iMac, 2010 27-inch iMac. So it's really not much better than what I had before, which we'll talk about, because my other one was a 2010 iMac as well, 21.5 inch, and I just have that thing. Let me see something. I just have that computer on the floor right now because I don't know what to do with it. But, well, I know what I'm gonna do with it, so we'll just have to talk about that. But, which I mean, kind of makes it obvious what's going on. But, yeah. So let me just point the camera at the computer instead of me. That's what you want to see. Ah, this is like another video. And there will be another one if there is to be any respect paid to 4.5 years. But anyway, here it is. It's a 27-inch iMac. Spec-wise, I've got... I don't want to show my serial on this video, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. But it's a 3.2 gigahertz Intel Core i3, 4 gigs of RAM, ATI Radeon HD 5670, sorry, 1 terabyte hard drive, 27-inch screen, 2560 by 1440. So, yeah, my old one was a 21.5 inch, 3.06 gigahertz i3, 4670, 8 gigs of RAM. So it had more RAM, and obviously the internal hard drive's dead on that thing. So I got this computer to replace that one because it's been pretty bad over the last half year, pretty much. More than that. 13 months. 7 months. But I'm gonna talk about this guy, but we're gonna showcase it here. So obviously the 27-inch screen is a fair bit larger than a 21.5 inch, and the resolution is obviously a lot higher. Ports are all the same as the other one. Everything's the same. It's just different screens, slightly better processor, definitely a somewhat better GPU, and the internal hard drive still works. Now, one thing that I gotta say I like, the screen brightness is far more adjustable. It actually is more adjustable than the 21.5 inch even, but it's way more adjustable than the 24-inch iMacs that I owned, which were way too bright at the lowest setting. I hated that. I absolutely hated that. So I'm glad this is adjustable. I gotta say though, the screen, while it is decent, certainly it's a good panel overall. It's cooler than my 21.5 inch, and certain things do not appear as rich as the 21.5 inch as a result of that. So I can't say I necessarily prefer the image, the optical quality of the display to my 21.5 inch, because there were some things that I noticed that I didn't like. But also, yeah, it's just a lot larger overall. Although I have to admit that after using it for, I've had it for 6 days now. After using it for this long, it doesn't feel any different to me. I know that's going to sound kind of dumb, and obviously, if I were to put the 21.5 inch right here right now, it would feel like a freaking 17 inch screen used to me before I got this. So, but as of right now, using this thing, it almost feels like I'm using the same computer that I've been using for a year and a half. It doesn't really feel any different, and the resolution doesn't feel any different either. Even though, obviously, if I go into my system preferences and I look at this, the difference between the resolution of the 21.5 inch iMac and that of the 27 is huge. But it doesn't feel any different to me. After actually getting used to it, it feels like I'm using the same damn thing. The screen doesn't feel particularly large, which I guess that's just the way that it works. But so I don't feel like I'm using anything different, which is sort of an interesting thing, which we'll talk about. But software, I've been able to get some more stuff to run on it. I have Steam on it, which I will show a little bit of. Hopefully my battery doesn't die during this damn video. It's already been 6 minutes. I haven't tried VirtualBox. I have Office 2016 on it, which I love. Coconut battery. My Mac was manufactured in November of 2010. Here's the really interesting one, though. I got Modern Warfare 3 on it. Which, this game, I'll show it. This game is technically unsupported on my smaller 2010 iMac, the 21.5 inch. But I see no reason why it shouldn't run. Because the performance on this machine of this game and COD 4 is about the same. It's a little worse on MW3, so I see no reason for the smaller one to not run it, even though it's not officially supported. I'm just going to show Spec Ops, because that's all I really give a shit about for this survival mode. Let me show my settings at least. Video, 1440p, extra on texture and normal. Specular map is low, but it's on. Depth of field is off. Shadows are off, because I don't think they work properly on the Mac. No anti-aliasing. So, resistance. It takes ages to load the maps in, though. So I got this running. I'm using the same old keyboard and mouse with it, my one that I warped. I have no idea how long ago I warped my keyboard, but it's been like that for at least 2.5 years. Then I got my old Magic Mouse, the one that I did the video on that for some reason is bugged out and doesn't show up anymore under my popular fucking uploads tab, so the video's broken. Whatever. Crazy times when that one, but it does work fine now, I say. This mouse works fine now. It is starting to get pretty damaged, though. Like on the sides, but whatever. That's my same one that I've had for almost 3 years. I got it with my 2008 iMac 20-inch. But, and I have owned now, now that I have this, I've owned every single screen size the iMac ever came in. 15-inch CRT, 15-inch LCD, 17-inch LCD, 20-inch, 21.5, 24, and 27. That'll probably change later this year, but so there definitely is a bit of choppiness, but it's not horrible. Okay, I am seeing some lag. The longer you play, the better it gets, actually, other than the other way around. Like, it's not the smoothest thing, but I mean, we're playing at 1440p, so this is pretty impressive. The game is almost 2 years newer than the computer, or 1.5 years. And this is the baseline model, so. So I mean, yeah, it works okay. So that's kind of cool that I got that to run. But yeah, so there's MW3. Victoria 2. Don't really need to show that. It runs okay. Minecraft. Now I'm going to show Minecraft running here. I'll just show anything that I don't want to. Anyway, yep. Minecraft launcher. This is the one thing that really blows my mind with this computer. InDev. We'll play InDev. So, InDev. In development. Alright. DSOT 4. There's a weird glitch on this computer though. The screen goes red when you launch the game for Minecraft. The whole screen goes red. This is InDev. Yep. See that. I don't have my world that I did the video on here. But we'll go inland. Huge. So the biggest map you can have. Not the most complex per se, but the biggest. I'll do show FPS. And I'm getting 50, 60, 70, 90. Maximum view distance, some lag there, but we didn't go below 60. 100, about 100 FPS. 130, 100. 82, 86. Yeah, but the frame rate never goes below 60 in this game, and this is at the biggest map. Good old InDev. I prefer playing older versions like this just because the game's a lot more simple and a lot more colorful and vibrant, and there's a lot less unnecessary bullcrap in it. And also it's a little bit harder. But yeah, pretty large world. Not much lag either, so. I'll show a couple other things. I know that it's really bright. Let me turn it down a little bit. I guess I can't from here. We'll do floating. Hell. Huge. See if I can't fight mobs. But yeah, so InDev runs acceptably on pretty much every computer that I have. Ah, yes. What difficulty am I on? Normal. I don't know why mobs aren't showing up, though, for some reason. I don't know why there's grass. There shouldn't be any grass, but... This is a waste of time. I'm trying to find an enemy, though. Let me turn this into wooden planks so I can get more blocks out of it. Shit. Yeah, just do that. There you go. Lava. Cool. Cool thing. I just can't find enemies for some reason. I don't know why. It's almost like there's none in the game to begin with. I can't even see them in the distance. It's almost as if the game is not recognizing the difficulty. I'm gonna get like jump scared by shit here. So yeah, I don't see anything, man. It's very odd. Let me turn up my difficulty to hard. Really shouldn't. Obviously they spawn on normal, like of course. But I don't see anything. There are always supposed to be mobs on this mode. I'm wondering if this is messed up in the current launcher or something and the mobs are bugged out. Let me try generating a inland map. That's hell. I'm just curious to see. Alright, I gotta get out of here. Oh, I see him now. There we go. Spider, and there's a zombie, and there's another one. There's a skeleton. Yeah, they're here. So now I can go fight, and I can... Oh yeah. Oh, he just hit his friend. Oh, and he hit him again! Oh my god! Oh shit. My weapon is futile. I don't have a weapon. Alright, so that's in dev. It does work perfectly fine, as you can see. It goes red though for some reason, and every time you quit it, it says that it crashed, but it didn't, which is just bullshit, but whatever. Alpha 1.1.2. This is where I'm fucking blown away, guys. Shit. Hopefully it doesn't crash when I'm generating a world. It'll piss me off. I might not generate. Yeah, I got a piece of fucking paper towel under my keyboard because it's warped. So it doesn't sit flat. Single player. Let me hopefully make a new world that didn't fucking crash. These are max settings for this game. And a little bit of lag, but we're generating the world. Options, render distance far, graphics fancy. Whole friggin' deal, man. A little bit of lag. There are graphical glitches that relate to the Mac version of this game. But overall, it runs pretty good. It's actually quite impressive. This is easily the best experience I've ever had playing Minecraft. Ever. The only thing I'm not sure about is the X360, if you guys remember that computer. I don't know if it ran Minecraft better than this guy does, because I don't have access to that computer anymore. Or rather, I don't have... it is not possible to start that computer up anymore. I suppose is the way to say it. But no, it runs perfect. Like, it's awesome. Well, it's not perfect, but it's extremely playable. I don't know if you'd get a little bit of lag when it goes to nighttime, but it's the only thing I can think of, man. Let's see what I can do here. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'll just show another version real quick. Prove my point here. That it does run this game awesome. I didn't install, just gonna say, heads up, I didn't install any emulators or anything like that on it. Or like next to it, or the classical stuff I didn't, because you know it would run well. Same as ever. Shit. What the fuck? Oh, I'm screwing up. Alright. Now here we go. Last Minecraft test. Only 18 minutes, which is good. Test gen. I'm not going to make a new world, but anyway, this is pretty much max settings here as well. Balanced performance, max FPS, render distance far, everything's on. Not advanced OpenGL though. Some lag as we load in the world here. But again, it's pretty good. It's pretty good overall. And you may recognize this world if you're really hardcore. Then our LEGO fan. I mean, you'd have to watch me for years to get this one, but I'll try to find the infamous place. Flying is so slow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it or not. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing so because I don't really have a whole lot of time to waste. But no, it runs, and obviously the jungle with all the foliage, it's pretty intensive, but I mean there is some lag that you can see there. Well, this is loading in new chunks. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh Oh my god, and this is around where I died. This is where I died, right? Yeah, my battle with the skeleton, yeah. If you recognize this stuff, then you're really a fan. Absolutely wild. But no, it runs pretty well. You can see some lag, but whenever it's not generating, you won't see any lag, really. So I'm impressed with that much. Oh, I'm sorry it was like cut off there, but it runs fine. It runs perfect. It's absolutely excellent. I'm thinking that the reason why it runs so well on this computer versus my other one, even with the double, like 80% higher resolution, is 512 megabytes of video memory versus 256. I think that's what makes the difference, if I just had to guess. Minecraft, let me look at my Steam library. See what I have to play here. I mean, COD 4. I have Half-Life 2 on it. I'm not sure if I'll show that in this video or not. It runs, look at my 2010 iMac video that I did a little under a year and a half ago, which is crazy. It runs about the same. Yeah, there's not really anything to show here other than COD 4. Counter-Strike Source, it plays that game great. Okay, COD 4, that's all I have to show. You guys know I love Call of Duty 4. It's a beastified game. Let me see. Mods will start up PezBot. Just like to spawn bots in while I'm at it. I think I'm going to turn out the lights for this one. Hopefully you can see it well with the lights out. Options, where am I at? 1440p, no shadows because they're bugged. Depth of field, I'll turn off. Specular map, I'll turn on. Depth of field is pointless to me. That is a lagger. Specular map is low, extra, automatic texture filtering. Whatever, automatic. Let's go Crossfire. If you guys remember the Crossfire video, it's all looking back. That's what it is. But anyway, let's see. I got a stupid custom class here that doesn't really mean anything. And I'll say, guys, this, maybe they'll, screw with me for the video, Murphy's all that kind of shit. Yeah, no, it doesn't run the best. It actually does not run the best at this setting. I mean, you could play it like this, but it doesn't run as smooth as I would have hoped. It's about the same as running on my MacBook Pro at native res, or maybe a little bit, well, it's better than that, but, so, yeah, this game is awesome, though. It's absolutely awesome. I'll add some bots. $100, holy shit, what would that do? This will fill the server with bots, and I believe, as I have theorized, as I have theorized in past videos, I think that there is some difference between the Core 2 Duo series and the Core i3 series that these iMacs use that makes the i3 handle the bots worse than the Core 2 Duo, because the bots really bring it down on an i3, but not so much on a Core 2 Duo. It's definitely there, but it's not like this. This is pretty horrible. It's a weird type of lag, too. So. It's 24-player match. I'm getting all sorts of challenges and stuff, but okay. I mean, there's really not much more to show here. So yeah, I hope that you could see that. I'm not going to show more COD 4. There's no reason to. Performance is about the same. So gaming performance is a mixed bag. I'd have to try to play Modern Warfare 3 on my smaller one. I see no reason why it wouldn't work fine, even if it's not officially supported. So the only one that I can really see a difference in is Minecraft. That's it. The only one I can see a difference in. Major difference anyway. I'm going to have to go back and actually try that thing. Obviously you have to take into account running a 7200 RPM internal hard drive versus a 5400 RPM Firewire 800 external drive. But, yeah. So, I mean, it's just OS Sierra. Let me look at my other partitions. I didn't install anything on these ones, really. I have Snow Leopard on it. The hard drive loads the actual stuff slow, though, for some reason. And it's all jacked up on this thing, but you see, I have Oblivion on it, but it runs okay at 1440p. About the same as the other 2010 iMac, and that's pretty much it. There's really not much to show on this thing. Yeah, there's just not much to it. It's not really anything exciting or interesting, actually. Which is contrary to what I would have expected. There's really not anything interesting about this computer. It's got a bigger screen, a little bit better specs. That's it. That's really it. But, as I said, that screen doesn't feel any bigger now. Not particularly. And like there are times when it's like, yeah, this is definitely bigger. And I mean, it is definitely bigger. And if you were actually working with stuff, you would definitely notice it, which I haven't been in these last 6 days. I haven't done anything yet that really needs this space, which, I mean, there are things where I would appreciate the extra space. There are things that I do from time to time that really would utilize the extra resolution. So, kind of think like, okay, cool. But the thing is, this was $275 it ended up being for this computer. I'm gonna say something here, guys. This is really something. You guys know how many computers I've had? Let's think. Dell Latitude D620, I have 2 of those. Were both free. HP Pavilion 6640C was free. HP Pavilion 552X was like $40, or I don't know how much that thing was, but a lot of cheap computers, you know, a lot of stuff I got for free. X360, Compaq. The Compaq still does work. Still has Windows 8 loaded on it and everything, but Macs. Okay, I spent about $70 for my first 17-inch iMac. My first, I might have just made it worse. My first 2006 17-inch iMac with the GM8 graphics I spent $70 on. I spent like maybe $100 something on my, around $100 on my 2008 20-inch. I spent like $107 on my 2009 iMac that I returned. I spent $50 on my 21.5-inch from 2010, which is a bargain price. It's an absolute steal. $50 for that computer is good. I've spent, I spent like $70 for the 24-inch aluminum, and I spent like $150 or $140 for the white 24-inch, which is a lot. But I ended up getting refunded half of that, so it only ended up being like 70 or 65 or something like that. So this is the most money that I've ever spent on anything. One item, that's the most money I've ever spent on one item. Going back to, I think, my Xbox One. Of all things, my Xbox One in 2014. This is the most expensive thing that I have ever purchased since then. In terms of stuff that's not like actually required. Stuff that's not hobbyist, technology collector items, stuff that I don't actually need, or stuff that does not make my life much easier, so like car stuff and all that. No, for this stuff though, this is the most I've ever spent on anything, computer-wise. And of course, going back to the Xbox One, that's the most I've ever spent on anything. So, which, it's really a crazy thought, but $275 for something that's only marginally better than what I had. Now the improvements come in, I mean, there is a larger screen, slightly better, which is not worth more than maybe $120 to me in reality. The 1 terabyte internal being 500 gigs larger than what I'm running on the other one, and being internal and not an external, so you remove that problem, that's worth $50 to me, maybe less than that, because you know the internal could just fail on me at any time, and then I'm in the same situation. It doesn't really matter that it's larger, because I'm not going to attempt to utilize more than 500 gig of that, because I need to be able to back it up. So that doesn't really make any difference to me. And what else is different? The speakers aren't blown out like mine are, which, that is nice to have. You can always plug in headphones or external speakers, so it's not a complete loss. And obviously the hard drive is messed up, but it could very well become it so at any moment. Any moment. My God, I'm fucking tired. You see. It's 4:20. Let me blow my nose. But wow. I know that the angle, it's only on like my head, whatever. I'm sorry that the camera freaking sucks in this video, but whatever. So, also on this computer, the hard drive is kind of noisy, which has me concerned. For obvious reasons, it's louder than any other one that I've had in that thing, but... So there's that. Hard drive makes some noise, definitely. The fans, it runs pretty hot in terms of the way that it feels. Way hotter than that guy. Without controlling the fans, I'll even, you might not be able to hear it in this video. I do have a better microphone than my other one, obviously, but if I said it's auto, the fans go up, and I hear a whining sound that goes through everything. That whining sound I can hear over music, I can hear over voice, I can hear over any audio that I play out of this computer. I can hear that whining sound, and that drives me nuts. It's different than any sounds that my desktop's made in the past. It's like a coil whine kind of sound. And that bugs the hell out of me, so that is annoying. And last but not least, the screen is uneven to a noticeable degree in terms of color. in brightness. It's not particularly even. And it has these weird like lines in it that I don't understand. You can only see them in very particular circumstances, but it almost looks like a line of pixels that's just ever constantly going down in like a stream. It almost looks like a dithering effect. If you ever seen dithering on like a 6-bit screen, which, I mean, you gotta kind of know what screens are. You gotta know about that stuff to know what I'm talking about. But it looks like dithering, but it's only thin lines of dithering at random spots throughout the screen. But they're always there, always in the same spots, always moving like that, no matter what. So it's in the screen. So there's that. $275 for something that's only marginally better and only fixes some problems. So I got this thing here. I did the last live stream on it and everything. But also it weighs 30 pounds and I can tell it's putting a dent in my desk, which I don't. That's just ridiculous. So I'm thinking this computer is not staying. I don't think it is. I really don't. Yeah, 21.5 is going to feel small going back to it. I have a 24-inch LCD freaking panel, whatever thing, and now I'm starting to get pain really bad. I have a 24-inch 16 by 10, 1920 by 1200 panel. I could buy, if I really wanted to, I could buy a 30-inch screen. Probably a Dell one, because I don't want the Apple thing, because I mean, the Apple is really limited on features that it arbitrarily is. But I could do that, and then I get 160 more pixels height, which is really nice. Shit. Keyboard tray. But anyway, yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep this computer. I think it's going to go back, which is why I get stuff that has returns. I can't get stuff locally. So I'm thinking that it's going to go back. I don't need it. I don't need the bigger screen, really. It is nice overall, but like I say now, it pretty much feels the same as the other one did. So I'll get used to that again and it will be fine. For the times that I need the extra resolution, then I guess I'll just have to deal with it. For $275, it's not worth it. I can always get a 27-inch or a 30-inch display, but I would just go for 30-inch, honestly. If you're gonna be getting something that is that large, you go for the extra resolution. Then I have the max that none of my computers can handle 4K. None of them. So it doesn't really matter. 2560 by 1600 is as high as it goes. So I might as well get the highest I can go in that regard. So, but this is kind of making me reassess things with computers and how I see them, because I think I'm going to reuse this money for something else technology-wise once it gets refunded to me. But that something else is going to be very, very different if I use the money at all, other than spending 30 of it to get a new SSD for my MacBook Pro. Other than that, I might leave it untouched. I might get something with it. And if I get something with it, it will be something very different than you would expect. So, but yeah, this is one of the last iMacs I'm ever going to buy. Yeah. I could end up being completely wrong about that, but from here on out, I've had everything. I mean, I know all the problems that can exist. I know all of it. So it's pretty much, I'm done with it. I mean, I've seen everything there is to see. So unless that thing completely dies, and I can't reassess my computer use enough that I need a new one, then it is what it is. Because I mean, that thing is fucked up though. That 21.5 inch, it's fucked up. But maybe I don't even need that. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I will make a video on what ends up happening, definitely. But you know, I've been really sick and just I've been wrecked. I am wrecked. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, but this is the 27-inch iMac. This is my thoughts on it. It's not worth the money I paid for it. If it were a like a 2017 KB Lake 27-inch iMac, I'd probably hold on to it. But it's not. So no real reason to hold on to it. I don't see much of a reason to keep it, other than just having the bigger screen, which is, yeah, I mean, it is nice, but it's not like the end of the world. Because I know I can use target display mode, but that's, I don't even factor that. It's completely unreliable junk as far as I'm concerned. For DVI, HDMI, you forget about it. Forget about using that as a thing for a 360 with 720p, no integer scaling, none of that crap, so it doesn't work properly at all without looking like crap. So forget about target display mode. So when I want to upgrade the computer, the screen has to go with it, and the screen is one of my biggest problems that I've had with computers, messed up screens. So the smart move is to invest in a good screen. So I mean, I got this 15-inch screen sitting in the corner, which I mean, it's too small and it's a TN and it's not very useful to me now. But the thing is, I think it still works. I'm not 100% sure that it still works, but I think it does. I just don't use it anymore. But that thing, I know it worked as of a couple months ago. And that screen has carried me through years and years of computers, of various operating systems, of various things, and that screen's always worked, and it's been the same. But I switched to iMacs and the displays suck, or the displays are good, or they're mediocre, or they're whatever. So get a good desktop display. Forget about the all-in-one crap. So that's my point that I'm trying to make. So I'm really tired. So I'm gonna end the video pretty much, but there my video is. So there are my thoughts on the 27-inch iMac. I'd be very surprised if I keep it at this point, but yep. It is what it is. Catch you guys later.